Ever since social media started in the early 2000s, it's been pivotal in the growth of small businesses around the world. And like most business owners, you're always looking for faster, easier, and more effective ways to build your brand online. So this week on Digital Marketing Made Simple, I wanted to cover some of the most proven and trending social media hacks that will grow your business. And I totally understand that if your time is a little bit stretched or too valuable to be wasted on social media, then the good news is that these proven strategies will really help you grow your brand organically and increase leads and sales while having some fun too. Hello and welcome to another episode of Digital Marketing Made Simple. I'm your host, Jennie Lyon, and today I wanted to dig into some of my favorite social media hacks that will bring you optimal brand growth. So let's jump into it. Well, first up is content. When it comes to content in social media, you really have to be consistent, relevant, and quality. Always think quality over quantity. So consistency is really key when it comes to growing your social media following. And I know that's really boring to hear because I tell clients that all the time. Everyone's looking for that secret on building their social media following quickly. But unfortunately, it comes down to being super consistent. So posting at least once daily or more if you have time, that will help keep your followers engaged and your accounts active. So the content that you're putting out there should really be relevant to your audience and your customers. This way, your audience really finds value in what you're posting. A big no-no is to post random content for the appearance of a busy feed. That does not matter anymore. And now more than ever, people really want connectivity in posts. So your content really should be informative and entertainment related, and really needs to be content that's relevant to your niche or your industry. The days of posting endless quotes or funny pet pictures, those are long gone. So the key here is to really have value. You really have to have value in order to position yourself as an expert. And now that I'm thinking about it, I have a really great social media calendar that can help you map out your social media. So at least that'll get you one step closer to planning out your content. And it's something that I use every month for my own content, and it cuts the time down. So definitely check it out at jennielyon.com/social media calendar. All right, next up is UGC, which is user-generated content. And let's talk about the power behind it. So user-generated content is really one of the most powerful forms of content marketing. Why? Because it allows you to tap into the minds and the experiences of your target audience. And when done well, user-generated content can really help build trust within your audience and increase conversions by providing real-world experiences of how people use or benefit from your product or service. So there are a couple of other benefits of user-generated content. First up, it's authentic. When you're creating content from what your customers create, that really helps build trust and establish credibility within your audience and future customers. So you can become a trending topic and create raving fans. Next up, it's really shareable. Your audience will be likelier to share content they find interesting or valuable than if you created it as part of a regular post. All right, next up is snackable content, right? So that's bite-sized content, which is super easy to consume. So snackable content is really short, really easy, digestible content that can be shared throughout social media or even sent in an email. And it's really useful because it's quick and it's easy for people to consume, which makes it an amazing way to get your message out without having to write a really extensive, long blog post. Snackable content can include things like infographics, quizzes, videos, GIFs, those type of things. Next up is video marketing. You really want to use video content to reach your audience because it is one of the most important types of content on the internet, which really makes sense because it's an engaging way to share your message. And there are a lot of different ways that you can use video in your marketing strategy. So here's some of my favorites. You can create explainer videos for your business and your products or service offerings. You can interview experts about their work with your brand. You could create video reviews and testimonials. You could create a video ad that runs on other websites, or you can develop a video channel on YouTube. Next up is efficiency. You really want to automate all of your content. Creating content, it can be a lot of work, especially if your brand has multiple people who manage its social media accounts. So if you're looking to save time and make your team more efficient while still getting the most out of your content, you really want to consider using automation tools. So there's a lot of them out there. I personally use the Later app, but a lot of my clients use Hootsuite or Buffer, CoSchedule. These services really allow you to schedule posts in advance so that they go live at specific times and you don't have to worry about remembering to post. And automation tools, they are more than just for social media. You can use them to schedule emails, blog posts. All of these things can be sent out at specific times or certain times of the day or week. And they're really, really beneficial if you have a lot of content that needs to go live on your website, but you don't want to go down that huge time suck that it takes to create everything. And while I'm thinking of this, I have an amazing 3-month content calendar. It maps out your content for the entire year by quarter, and it gives you all of the pieces that you need to pull together an editorial calendar. I do this for my own business. At the beginning of the year, I will go through and I will create all of my content ideas and topics for the entire year, but I update it as I go. So, the first quarter, first month, second month, third month into that quarter, I really look at, what is my audience really, what's resonating with them? What are they really interested in? And then sometimes I will tweak my calendar based on that. And here's a little pro tip too. When you create a content river, you don't need to reinvent the wheel. You can take one piece of content and repurpose it across all of your marketing platforms. So for example, you can take something like a recorded podcast and you can pull that apart into 10 or more different pieces of content. So again, download the 3-month content calendar at jennielyon.com/content calendar. All right, next up is nano influencers. So this is how you really leverage influencer marketing. So influencer marketing is really a powerful way to grow your business. It has been proven to be one of the best ways to generate leads and sales, especially when it comes to small businesses. But you might be thinking, what exactly is influencer marketing? Well, influencer marketing is when brands work with influential people within their industry, aka influencers, who have a very large following on social media. And these influencers promote products, services, and content in exchange for compensation. There are many different types of influencers, including micro influencers. Those are people with a following between 10 and 100,000, macro influencers over 1 million followers, and nano influencers. Those are the influencers that have a following under 10,000. But these people can really help you reach your target audience by sharing content on their accounts. This is really, really important if your ideal client avatar includes millennials or Gen Zers. And I use this a lot in the marketing that I do for my clients. We have a lot of different types of products and services that do really well, even with nano influencers. Next up is stopping the scroll. So as you probably know, the average human attention span is shrinking right now to just about 8 seconds. So if your posts are not exciting or engaging, most people will scroll right past them in a blink. In fact, according to Forbes, 90% of people who visit a website leave after just 10 seconds. That's crazy. And this is why creating content that can't be ignored is super important. So here's a few pro tips. Make the headline of your post really catching and interesting. I always say that's the hook. Even if it's just one little sentence, it needs to hook and it needs to pull people. You want them to stop and look, wait, what? You want to include imagery and video. And, sometimes provocative imagery, such as something that someone wouldn't expect to see. It could be a cat with something that, doesn't match, something that's going to make people go, wait, what? And make sure that you're using hashtags or emojis, that are going to be trending, that are related to your target audience. And you don't have to be a graphic designer or a huge video producer to create visuals that are going to win the attention of your users. But you can use these tips and tactics to make visual marketing a consistent part of your overall marketing strategy. All right, last but not least are social stores. So this is where you turn your profile into a shopping experience. So this I do with all of my clients that have products or services that we really push through social media and beyond. Social stores, they're a new form of commerce that really allows users to buy products directly from your social media profile. And as forecasted, it has been an excellent way for businesses to increase revenue, especially if they have loyal customers who might be looking for an alternative way to purchase. So for example, this is one that gets my husband every single time. He likes Instagram. He uses it mostly just to check out, what his friends are up to. But it happens over and over again where I see something show up at the house and I'm like, where did you find out about this? Oh, Instagram, and so he's been noticing that as well. So here's another pro tip. When you create an account with Shopify, you want to connect it to Facebook and then create a page on Facebook where you can sell your products, and then use Instagram stories to promote flash sales and other offers. Social commerce is a really great way to expand your brand beyond established e-commerce channels and enhance your customers' experience. It has really paved the way for increased sales and conversions for my clients. And social media overall, it's become such a significant element of digital marketing. The 4 leading social media platforms, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and Facebook, they have millions and millions and millions of active users, and each are really eager to grasp the next big marketing trend. So do you have what it takes to turn your brand into a successful social media machine? Of course you do, right? And we can definitely help you get there faster. So if you need help, please reach out. I'm always happy to jump on a free call with you. We can really talk about how we can boost your brand and really boost your sales through social media. All right, so what did we learn today? Content. When it comes to social media content, you need to be consistent. The content needs to be relevant, and always think quality over quantity. User-generated content. It's one of the most powerful ways of content marketing. If you haven't tried it, add it into your strategy. I guarantee you will love it. And snackable content. I love this snackable content. It's short, easily digestible content that can be shared on social media, or you could share it in an email as well. And video. Don't forget video. It's one of the most popular types of content on the internet, which makes sense because it's a super engaging way to get your message out and it attracts people immediately. And if you're looking to save time or make your team more efficient while still getting the most out of your content, then really make sure that you're utilizing the different automation tools that are out there. So this is just a few simple tips that you can use to really improve your social media presence and that you can use for optimal brand growth. So by taking advantage of these social media hacks, you can really ensure that you're not only growing your platform, but you're really engaging your audience in a way that's not only going to make sense for creating a really amazing community, but it's going to boost your sales as well. All right, well, that's what I have for you this week. If you have any questions, again, please reach out. If not, I'll see you next time on another episode of Digital Marketing Made Simple. See you soon.